Welcome to the Livin in Sedona channel. I'm Clara.
And I'm Cami, and we are local real estate agents here serving the Sedona and Verde Valley area. And today on this video, we are going to be talking about the 5 reasons that we don't like living in Sedona so much.
I'm a registered nurse working in the emergency department.
And I come from the healthcare field as well. I'm a nurse practitioner.
And that's one of the top cons to living in the Sedona area, lack of health care.
It was immediately on our radar when we came here because it was, lack of, not that there isn't any healthcare here, but we do have an ER for local emergencies, and most of the locals, go there, or they decide to go to some of the other bigger cities that have other, options to choose from.
And also, if you're coming from a metropolitan area where you're used to having 2-3 healthcare organizations, that is not the case here. For the Sedona and the Verde Valley area, it's Northern Arizona healthcare that is the primary source for this area. That's the lack of industry when it comes to healthcare. So to go up to Flagstaff or Prescott to seek out specialty care, or also the Scottsdale or Phoenix area. So That's just one of the cons to living in Sedona.
You mentioned industry, healthcare industry. I think that's another drawback. We have really only one industry here in Sedona, and that's the tourism. We don't have a lot of, steel mills or anything like that. The industry is tourism, and so if you want to work in hospitality, really Sedona is a great place for you because that's what really makes the money around here.
And that brings us to our third con to living in Sedona: traffic. That's the one thing that the locals will complain is the traffic, especially when it's peak tourism season.
We have a lot of roundabouts here in Sedona, and some of them are single lane, and so the traffic tends to get backed up from one side of the city or the town to another. So if you are planning on visiting or relocating to Sedona, you just have to plan for extra time during those high peak seasons when all the tourists are here.
But on the plus, the views are spectacular. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the beauty of Sedona.
Trying to make it look positive for you.
Definitely.
So I guess that would bring us to the 4th reason.
The first con to living in Sedona is the education, or lack of, though. Again, especially if you're coming from a metropolitan area where you have quite a few choices. There is a high school in Sedona, and there's also an elementary school. So if you have school-aged children, do your research prior to making the move. There are some private schools, but again, do your research prior to coming.
Right. All right. We got all 4. We're missing one.
What's the 5th one? The 5th con to living in Sedona.
Oh, the cost of living.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. We should know that. That should be number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It's not cheap. So, give you some statistics. Sedona, the cost of living overall in Sedona is about 29% higher than the national average. The housing expenses is about 90% higher than the rest of the country. So depending, I guess, on where you're coming from.
It all depends where you're coming from. If you're coming from California, you might be getting a bargain. If you're coming from the Midwest,
Not so much.
Might be a little bit of a sticker shock. So do your research, ask questions.
Yes. Speaking of, if you have questions or comments or would like to connect with us, you have our contact information below. You can call us, text us, email us, contact us any way you prefer to communicate, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
And also don't forget to like and subscribe our video so you don't miss the next video.
Make it a great day.